Hello and welcome to TheMan Games. In today's video we are looking at how to get American made on WWE 2K24. If you are new watch TheMan Games, make sure you subscribe to the channel, make sure you click that thumbs up button and drop us a comment down below and let us know what you thought of today's video. So the first thing you want to do is you want to go onto the community creations and you want to find this attire here. So I know this isn't an exact match from what American Made had on last week's Raw, but I did really like it and I think it's a really good fit for the team, so that is why I've chosen this attire here to go with. And the true creator of this is Extreme Circle RU, hashtag 77967, and to find this creation use the hashtags Chad Gable, Creed Brothers or American Made. So now we have that creation downloaded off the community creations, what we're going to do is we're going to go to Superstars, and then we're going to go to Superstars again, and then we're going to find our Brutus Creed, click on attire, click on ring attire, go down to import attire, go to custom attire, clothing parts, find the American made attire that we've just downloaded off the community creations, click on it, click on original attire, and then you can just copy these over. Like so, and then what we're going to do is copy that over again, so then his entrance attire is the same also. So then if you go down to personal information, click on no, go to name information, so then you could change this to being, so you could change his name to Brutus Creed AA, and then you know that is the correct Brutus Creed that you want. And now you want to do the same with Julius Creed. So once again, attire, in-ring attire, import parts, custom attire, clothing parts, the American made attire, original ring attire, then copy all those over. So then it looks like that. Obviously he still has on his original elbow pad. I'd say just leave that on, just because obviously it's something he wears, so he would leave that on. And then we're going to copy that over to the entrance attire, like so. And same again, we've got personal information, click on no, then go to name information, click on the name, and then change that to being Julius Creed AA. And then finally we're going to do it to the Chad Gable. So attire, in-ring attire, import part, import attire, custom attire, clothing parts, American made attire, original ring attire, and then copy them over again like so. And now copy that over to his entrance attire, like so. And then we go to his personal information, click on no, go to name, and then we'll change it to being Chad Gable AA. Now let's save this. And now to make them as a team, so we're going to go across the options, we're going to go to roster, we go to edit teams, so you're going to press R3 to create a team. So team name, we have American Made. Team announcement, so I left it on American Alpha because it, it does sound similar, but obviously you might not want to do that, so if not, just remove, just have that as nothing. Member number 1 we've got Chad Gable, member number 2 we've got Brutus Creed, and member number 3 we've got Julius Creed. Crowd reaction, we've got that on Boo. Now I haven't bothered doing a tag team because you could just use the original Creed Brothers entrance for that, which is already on the game, so I don't need to show you how to do that. But then for the trios entrance, so for motion I chose Legado del Fantasmas. I just thought it was the best fit for this team. Now I know I have used this one quite a lot on the channel before, but I do think it really does fit this group. It's just very, very similar to the way they walked down to the ring, especially last week's on Raw, which is what I'm going off. So yeah, I do think this is the best fit for this group. And then for everything else, it is just set on Chad Gable, as you can see here. And then for the cast change, we have Chad Gable as number 1, Brutus Creed as number 2, and Julius Creed as number 3. And then going into their victory motions, so I chose generic trio victory 3 for their victory motion for the face and the heel, as you can see here. I just thought it was a very good fit for the team. You can see Chad Gable in the middle there being the star of the group with the Creed brothers on the sides, making a point showing that Chad Gable is the star of the team. And then everything else is just set on Chad Gable. And the cast change once again is Chad Gable as number 1, Brutus Creed as number 2 and Julius Creed as number 3. And now we are looking at Ivy Nile, as she has been added into American Made this week on this week's Raw. We're going to go down to clothing, we're going to go to upper body, we're going to go to tops one. So I chose this one here, that one there. Now materials for this, we have cloth, then we have cloth, and then for the colours we have black and black. And next up we have two square images, so they are just covering up the original like textures already on the top design. So this square image here, and as you can see that is covering up that part there, and the material for this wants to be cloth, and the colour wants to be black. And then for the second square image, as you can see that is covering up that part there, and that wants to be cloth as well, and the colour wants to be black as well. And next up we've got these two fire images. Now these images are already on 2K24, you don't need to download anything off the community creations for these. So they are in MISC images. So we've got the fire image here, which is going on this side of the top. Now material for this, we want it to be glitter and glitter. And then for the colours, colour number 1, we have that shade of like white, and then we've changed the occupancy to being 119/255 just to get the right look for it, as you can see here. And then same for colour number 2. And then we're doing exactly the same on the other side, exactly the same image. And once again, materials, we've got glitter and glitter. And the colours once again is that shade of white, and the occupancy is 119/255. And same again for colour number 2, like so. And then lower arm left, so this is the one that she already does have on in the game. We have just changed the colour to being black instead of white. And then you can copy that over to the right arm, so then they're both exactly the same. And then going down to the lower body, going to bottoms, which are these ones here, those ones there. Now materials for this are matte, and the colour wants to be black. And then finally we're going down to boots and shoes, which are, these are the boots I've chosen, those ones there. And the material for these, all 4 of these want to be on matte, and for the colour, all 4 of these want to be on black. And then there you have it, so you have now this new look of Ivy Nile from this past week's Raw, where she turned her back on Maxine Dupree. And then this is what your team will look like on WWE 2K24 once they are in ring gameplay action. Well, I do hope you have enjoyed this tutorial today and you have found it helpful. If you did so, please think about subscribing to TheMan Games if you haven't already. If you already have, make sure you've got those notifications turned on, and then you'll know when our next video goes up on the channel. In the description below, there is links to find us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. There is also a link to sign up to our newsletter and a link to become a member. By doing so, you would pay a small fee, but you get certain perks, and one of those perks would be getting early access to videos, so as soon as I upload them, you get to watch them. So thank you very much for watching and supporting TheMan Games today, and we will see you on the next video.